Hey there. I wouldn't get too close to that edge.
Ah, a voice! You need to get into the vault. I need to get out.
You're here, and you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. Cool? Isn't that, I don't know, a bit childish? Sure, I'm a ghoul, and you're not lost. Glad we got that straightened out. Ah, good! Well, bit of a downer, actually. Got my hopes up for a second, but I digress. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
Willkommen. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us? Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You are a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise. Oh, don't be silly. You certainly aren't from any of the others nearby. There's no need to be coy. I think we can both gather why I'd come to such a conclusion. Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort.
Around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
No catch. Just opportunity. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind. Fantastic. I'm pleased to hear it. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stolz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stolz Enterprises, respected member of Vault Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
Oh, please. Hugo is just fine. No, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help to answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed any further. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer questions for you about our current predicament while you're at it. You'll do splendidly, I'm sure. Run along now. We really must have the Chief of Security speak with you. We wouldn't want a fox to get into the henhouse, so to speak.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
What would Cassie do?
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
Oh, my dear Cassie. What are we gonna do?
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us? You know? Condition. Are there many like us out there? You know, with the skin? Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it. What's up?
Oh, my dear Cassie. What are we gonna do?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents. Huh? What did you say? Hey there. Hey there. The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating? You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
We've kept this place safe for decades. That isn't about to change. The new animals. Any of them good for eating?
Need something? How's it going out there? Windy? Eris? Are there many like us?
this gonna get worse or better?
There was a landslide around the mansion? I wonder how that happened. You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
What would Cassie do?
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing. You have beautiful skin. It's unsettling.
Vault shaking a while back. Kid said he was...
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened. Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. Who's to think it won't keep lasting?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents. We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Are there many like us out there? You know, in the skin.
It's been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, you know,
Back to the surface.
condition?
Nobody wants to know us because of our... issue.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
New animals up there. Any of them?
What's up?
63 has lasted this long. We just think it won't keep lasting. Hey there.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. Looking for someone? Skin isn't split at all. Huh? What did you say?
Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
Hopefully Daniel will report in soon.
We've kept this place safe for decades. That isn't about to change. Seeing someone do so much good around here.
Expecting you.
It's refreshing.
James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And you were able to dispose of them. Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history.
security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
At least you're honest. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions. Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on our situation. '63's construction had fallen behind due to its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls won't be a problem, will it?
I wonder how that happened.
Understood. Anything else? Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation. Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible.
There was a landslide.
Do not
above the
hesitate
mansion.
to strike first.
I wonder how that happened.
That is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm, though we're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified.
Much room for expression.
That's fine. What is it? Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control. A number. An earthquake for one. A series of unidentified electromagnetic events for another. Yes, significant damage to the tram tunnels that once connected the various research sectors of this vault. Additionally, damage to the manor grounds directly above have caused some structural integrity issues with the atrium. Perhaps most concerning, though, is the various exposed entrances to the vault spread throughout the region. This has led to an increase in the number of Lost now on the surface, which isn't good for anyone involved. When the earthquake hit and the storm took shape, we were informed of a surge of energy near the proper entrance to the vault, back up north. This likely resulted in the security door being propelled some great distance. Interesting. Were these different times, I'd be tempted to weaponize such a thing.
What if we go
Very
back
well.
to the surface? And nobody wants to know us because of our
Good.
condition.
Is there a reason you're loitering in my office? As if things weren't bad enough. Now I have to keep an eye on an outsider. Hopefully Daniel will report in soon. What are you planning, Stoltz? What are you planning, Stoltz?
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Right, Hugo. Keep it together. You are Stoltz.
It's
Act
a
like
shame
it.
we don't have the workforce to
Proud.
spruce this place up a little. What brings you back in here?
Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains?
I miss research, science, discoveries, news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Are you, the person standing in front of me, simply a brain? Or are we more? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist? Of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in
We starting to change things
this
up
state,
around here. We got to
I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded... Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so. I appreciate your condolences. It has been a very long time since I've spoken to someone who doesn't share this grief with me. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Do not sell yourself short. You are clearly skilled in combat, seasoned by the world above, and knowledgeable on vaults. You're going to face a variety of challenges in future tasks, but I'm confident we've found the person for the job. Thank you. That truly means the world to me. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either of us when you're ready to hear the details. And once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board.
You animals up
Willkommen im Team, mein Freund.
tired of all the red tape and security checks.
I
Just
could
a
use
little
some
breath
help
of
over here.
barely fresh air.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it. You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. What if we go back to the surface? And nobody wants to know us because of ours lasted this long. Condition. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
What's up?
If I hadn't already lost my hair, I'd be tearing it out right now. So you'll be with us for a while. Try not to get underfoot. Make it quick. If I had time for idle gossip, I wouldn't be seeking your assistance in the first place. You'll have to speak to someone else. Point taken. Very well. The residents here are still a bit shaken up by recent events. And some less than recent events, for that matter. I'd recommend a light touch. You're not here to babysit. but there's also no need to be resistant to their requests. And unless Mr. Stoltz himself walks in here and says otherwise, I'm not at liberty to disclose anything further.
There was a landslide.
Your assignment does not require knowledge of the vault beyond the immediate area. You will find adequate signage for familiarizing yourself with the premises. Perhaps later, if you prove capable, we can talk in more detail. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse. But tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. They are vocal. They'll be more than happy to provide details on themselves. Don't take too long.
The new animals up there. Any of them
Is there a
good for
reason
eating?
you're loitering in my office? Make it quick. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to attend to, so please, if you'd excuse me.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, things we do so much good around here? It's
The
refreshing.
new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
How about some space, buddy? You're
Nobody wants to
standing
know us
a little
because of
close
our
there.
And then I saw...
You need
Do
something?
you mind?
condition.
Oh, a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here? That we've spent far too long cooped up here. I can't wait to get back to work.
You said it, sister.
Is there anything else? What's a ghoul?
Is that what they're calling our condition outside? Those bastards.
That means this is a widespread condition and not unique to us.
I suppose we do look ghoulish. Smooth skin? That's an interesting way of putting it.
Ooh, I like that. Those smooth-skinned bastards.
If we make contact with the outside again, it wouldn't hurt to use their terminology.
Thanks for the intel. Is there anything else? Now, why would we tell you that, stranger?
Yeah, a real nosy stranger. Hey, Julio, get it? Because they got a nose and we don't.
It ruins the joke when you explain it, Lawrence.
Been a long time.
Is there anything else?
Gathering around here.
Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with this, huh? And sending in a stranger to boot. We must have it tough. Yeah,
There's a few things we've brought up before, most of it in the lower levels. Things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah.
Seeing someone who's so much good around
Alfie was
here.
one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it. Alfie was a good guy. Had a tendency to overdo things, though.
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere.
Should have arrived
Is there
a few
anything
years
else?
back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
We're just guessing, to be honest. Hard to tell why the Lost do anything they do.
We've been hearing whispers and pops like static electricity, which is pretty much exactly what the Lost sound like. We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk like that, but, you look very capable.
Is there anything else? Rad rats? We'll need to make a note of all these new terms outsiders use.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators, much less seasoned fighters. That's why we put in a security request to deal with it.
We've been left like that for so long. They've probably multiplied by now.
Don't you be
Is there anything else?
up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
You can get to the lower levels from the elevators just over there. There's also a stairwell down just across the atrium that leads directly to the storage room. Good luck, and thank you.
Good luck down there, and, welcome to Vault 63.
Hey there.
And then I saw... Do you mind?
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here. How's it going out there? Windy? Airish? Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it. Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm? Hey there.
He's looking for someone. Don't leave much room for expression.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
This room is gonna get worse. Better.
Vault 63 has lasted this. Ah, the one from outside. It won't keep. How's the storm?
someone? Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
outside. How's the storm?
You smell something weird? How about some space, buddy? You're standing a little close there.
Yeah, people who eavesdrop are the worst.
Welcome back. How are things going?
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you? Well, we're not really ones to gossip.
Not with outsiders, anyway. But you're all right.
Maybe we can share a few details.
I don't see why not. What did you want to know? Well, it used to be a lot busier. We'd take the rail line to work in the different wings each day. Then there was the accident, which, honestly, we still don't know much about. After that, most folks we knew became what we call the Lost. And the Overseer became, well... Oh, and then there was the earthquakes recently. That destroyed any way of easily reaching the other wings, even if we wanted to fight them back from the Lost.
It's not all bad. We got food, shelter, safety, and space. It'll sure be nice to be able to get back to work, but just think of it as an extended vacation.
I'm more worried about how much work we'll have to catch up on when things get back to normal. If they ever get back to normal.
We tried to keep working here in the atrium, even outside the vault, but in the end we just stopped. Been locked in here a while now, and looks like nothing's changing until that storm outside passes.
Seeing someone
Strict but fair. He runs a tight ship. As long as you hit your deadlines and don't cause problems, he's actually pretty pleasant.
But you don't want to find yourself on his bad side. I heard he was a pretty ruthless businessman before his overseer days. I doubt he's actually changed all that much. Just don't mention his, condition. It's kind of a sensitive subject.
You have to be in the business world, especially in wartime. He's always been pretty respectful during the rounds and inspections, especially when Cassidy was around. Say what you will about the man, it's clear he would do anything for his wife. He was head over heels for her.
She did keep him level-headed. She just up and disappeared one day. I hope she's doing well wherever she is.
Is there anything else? He's friendly, but can be dismissive. He does his best to keep things safe and orderly, but we can see he kind of resents it, especially having to work for Overseer Stoltz. We just haven't figured out why, other than being overworked. The Overseer seems to be keeping him extra busy lately, particularly after everything that's been going on.
He's always been friendly. Heck, even used to be fun. Would always be up to party after work. Now though, huge stick in the mud. Can't say I blame the guy, but last few years he's been more, what's the word?
Boring.
Cold, bottled up, like a shaken Nuka-Cola ready to burst.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Yeah. We'll spread the word that you are someone trustworthy. Thanks again for all the help. You're all right, outsider.
Back to the surface. Nobody wants to know us
Yeah,
because of
people who eavesdrop are the worst.
Don't you just hate rude people listening in on
weird?
private conversations?
Been a long time since we had a good community.
Welcome back. How are things going? Take your time.
You need something?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old folks sure was some pals. You know, those skin isn't split at all.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
I'll have to keep an eye on Audrey. I think the stress of everything is getting to her. So you'll be with us for a while. Try not to get underfoot. You're back. I hope you have good news for me. Well, color me surprised. Good work. With that out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the more important matters, like dealing with the chaos going on outside of this vault. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them? I see. So those are the rumors going around. I appreciate your honesty. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? First, your reward. I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it in the future.
Any of them good for eating?
Now that you've proven yourself useful, I have a sensitive situation that could use some in-person problem solving. The emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered, something that requires proper authorization to do. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher Hilda Stoltz headed there not too long ago. I believe you're acquainted. It would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's unlikely she'd seek outside meddling if it wasn't something serious. Undetermined. Hilda is the only one left who could have triggered the emergency signal. So we know she was there and alive not long ago. As you'll see, her research was unconventional. It involved studies of the lost. If something happened there, it's likely dangerous. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns here safely. If she's unwilling to return, convince her otherwise. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over her safety. With our current numbers, that isn't a risk worth taking. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort of ventilation system. If Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine you won't have too much trouble. But I'll provide a security key, just in case. Be prepared for the worst. I look forward to your return. It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
Margaret says the outsider has been earning their keep. Maybe they'll be good to have around after all.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it!
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance.
I'm tired of all the red tape.
Excellent.
Security checks.
As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there. If only it were that simple. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, the task falls to you.
Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
There was another copy, but I don't even want to get started, to be honest. Intellectual property can be so tricky to keep locked away. Perhaps tracing down the problem is something we could look into another day. For today, the safe is our solution. I dare say I barely understand it myself. Prior to certain circumstances, I was blind. Born that way. Since sad circumstances, I've come to be able to see, but not in the traditional sense. Alas, written text, paper, and terminal alike remain my mortal foe. Discussing the boring details any further are for another time, though. Please, let's return to the matter at hand.
Don't leave much room for expression.
I'm concerned for my wife's privacy. Her notes could include audit reports and other sensitive information. While it means nothing to a stranger like you, it could sow discord in our vault. I'd rather not have files go missing or rumors spreading. You understand, don't you? You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
I miss research, science, discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how...
I miss research, science, discoveries, and news. Screw it.
cares? They're all gone. Was there anything I can take back to their families? What did you find? Please, tell me. That belongs to Miles. Can't say I'm sad he's gone, but not like this. What did you find? Please, tell me. That was Rob's. A friend of mine. They were an ass, but always had my back. Wish I had his then. A trail, a body, personal effects. Anything I could use to find them or report back at Foundation. Let me know if you find anything. Anything at all. What did you find? Please, tell me. Hey, that belongs to Rebecca. If there was no body, she might still be alive. There's a chance. Here's a little something for going out of your way. I can't thank you enough. It's good to have some closure. It's safe in here. Don't worry.